I'm Rachel from Cougar Board, and today we have Erin Bailey from the BYU soccer team with us today. Hi, Erin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Layton, Utah.
Okay.
So not too far.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And tell us about your family.
I have 3 older brothers and a dog. And that's it.
So were they nice to you or mean to you?
They're so nice. They're so
good.
protective of me, but they also did give me a hard time growing up. So hopefully that made me a little bit less sensitive, but it definitely made me more competitive and gave me that drive a little bit more. So.
Did they play soccer?
No, but we just always would. They played basketball and different sports, and they would just always. We were just a competitive family for sure. So just kind of like gave that to me a little bit. I don't know. Yeah.
So what got you interested in soccer? Did you play as a kid?
I did, yeah. So I played a lot of sports growing up, just here and there, but I always played soccer since I was 3. And honestly, I remember saying to someone when I was really little that soccer was the easiest, so it was the most fun for me. But as I got older, I genuinely loved it the most, and it was just my favorite thing in the whole world, and still is now. But yeah, I just love it.
So what other sports did you play?
I played basketball and softball a little bit when I was like little, and I did track in high school, and I did that in junior high as well. And I feel like I did dance till I was like 8. I did ballet, but then I kind of got like, they made me choose soccer.
You can only do so many things.
Yeah, they're like, soccer or ballet? And I said, let me think, soccer, easy. I didn't even have to think about it.
So where did you go to high school?
I went to Layton.
Okay, Layton High School.
Yeah.
Do you have any friends that also have gone to BYU from Layton High School?
No. I mean, maybe like a few, but like no close friends.
Okay.
So
when you were growing up, were there soccer players that you looked up to?
Yeah, I looked up to some on the BYU team, like Ashley Hatch, and I watched Michaela Coulihan the past 5 years, and I remember just growing up and going to all of the camps and all of the games at BYU specifically, but then there's always like Messi. I love Messi, and all of the like professional men players. I watched that a lot. I would watch a lot of Barcelona when I was little, and I didn't really follow soccer that much when I was little, but as I got older, I'm really into soccer now, like professional, and I just like love following it. And so now I have a lot of people that I look up to soccer wise in that. Like I love Mbappe, Holland. I love all the new generation, but then always, like I said, Messi, so good, and just like a lot of others. But yeah.
So when you were growing up, were you a big BYU fan?
Yeah. My family, everyone in my family. So my mom, dad, and my 3 brothers all went to BYU. And so it was awesome that I got to come here. So
you didn't feel pressure, but you wanted to?
I did not feel pressure at all. I always wanted to go to BYU. So that's what I wanted to do because it's such a good soccer program, and it's just got such a great atmosphere, and the team is just amazing. So it was honestly like what I wanted to do from when I was little.
So when you were in high school, you knew where you wanted to go to college, and you hoped to play on the soccer team.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I would have gone to BYU if I didn't play soccer. But I mean, no, like I don't think I would have gone to BYU and not played soccer. I would have gone somewhere else to play soccer. But I really wanted to go to BYU all through high school, and I was I committed late. So I committed the summer before my senior year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so pretty late, and but I always knew I wanted to go to BYU. So that was always like where I went. I didn't really talk to any other colleges. Like I did, but like I knew like in the back of my mind that I just wanted to go to BYU. So
maybe just in case.
Just in case. My parents said you definitely need to, just in case. So
what did you do in high school to prepare to go to BYU?
I just did the usual, just play soccer on high school club. I would do trainings in the mornings before school. Senior year, it was nice because I would get that period off in the morning, so then I could push my training back a little bit. But I would just do that, and I just like made sure I worked really, really hard in club and in high school, and I just did everything that I could with like trainings on the side, and I would go to the gym, I would lift a lot. And then also, like, with recruiting, like, I just tried to stay in touch with the coaches, and I'd also try to stay in touch with, like, other college coaches. And all of that stuff.
So why were you recruited late? Was that BYU
Yeah.
recruited you late, or you?
I
didn't
was
decide?
always talking with BYU,
Yeah.
but they didn't offer me till later.
Okay.
But I was always like talking to them since I was pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
So they just finally offered, I guess.
Yeah. So you said, tell us you talked a little bit about training before school.
Yeah.
What would a day look like in high school? Like, you'd wake up at what time?
Well, senior year is when I remember the most.
Yeah.
But I would probably wake up at 6 and go, and I would drive like 20 minutes to go train with my friend. And we would go train, and then I would drive back to the school and go straight to the school. So kind of gross, didn't shower, but it was high school. I didn't care about anyone there. And so then I would just go back to the school, be at school the rest of the day, and then I would have team training, and then I would come home, and then I would do homework, eat dinner, spend time with family, and then go to bed. Didn't really have social life at all in high school, but I also kind of chose that. Like, I didn't really care about that. So
that was okay?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like,
soccer was your priority.
It is. It always was, and it still is. So, and I don't regret it, too. People always ask me, they're like, oh, do you regret just not hanging out a lot? And I'm like, no. Like, it's just kind of how I am. But I just wanted to focus on soccer, and sleep is so important for me too. Yeah, so I always just want to go to bed early.
Yeah, I understand. I can relate.
Yeah.
So, are your parents pretty supportive of your schedule and what you're doing? Do they come to your games?
Yes, my parents come to every single game. They are the best supporters.
Yeah.
And my mom would drive me anywhere I wanted to go. Ever since I was little, any extra trainings I wanted to go to, she would drive me, and it was awesome because my parents weren't pushy at all. They wouldn't make me go train. They wouldn't make sure I go to these sessions or whatever. They didn't care. They wanted me to be successful, and they would try to steer me in the right direction and say, that would be a good idea, that wouldn't, you should go train. But they wouldn't get mad. They wouldn't push or anything. But they were always supportive. No matter what I wanted to do, they were supportive. So it was amazing.
Makes a big difference.
It really does. And I couldn't be here without them by far.
Yeah, because how would it be if they pressured you? It would be a lot different.
Well, because there's a point where I didn't want to train extra. And so there's a year, and I was probably I don't know, 11 or 12, where I just kind of chilled because I didn't want to do anything. And if I didn't have that, I probably would have not liked it,
Yeah, that was your gap year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and we'll get to part 2.
Okay.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview, plus all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.